Hello everyone, my name is Alekhya from Cybersecurity Department and I am working as an assistant professor in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. And today our topic is on, so what are the signs that someone hacked our router? And what are the prevention measures we have to take? So let us discuss in this topic. So first one, our contents are how to tell if someone hacked your router and what are the 10 warning signs we have, and common causes of a compromised router. So what are the common causes of a compromised router and router hacking prevention tips. So router hacking, so how we can prevent the router from hacking. So let us discuss on these topics today. So first one, how to tell if someone hacked your router. So everyone experiences internet troubles from time to time. So if you are using internet, there will be at some point of time there might be trouble. So it might be due to some loose connections or it may be anything. So your router might need some updations, or you could have too many devices on one network. So too many devices that connected to the one network. So but in this digital age, you need to know if you are experiencing a larger issue. So if you are again you are facing this issue. So how to tell if someone hacked your router? So for that, router hacking cyber criminals are swift and precise, spending countless hours spotting network vulnerabilities and unlimitedly compromising sensitive data. So for these, the router hacking cyber criminals, they are very precise. They are very precise to that. So they'll spend so much of time for spotting where the vulnerability of network occurs, and they'll try to hack the data, or they'll try to hack the network. So lucky for you, you can spot also the hacking attempts by understanding the signs. So by just understanding the signs and some notifications in the routers, so we can identify that the router has been hacked. So we have rounded up some examples in this router protection guide. So also an overview how to fix hacked router, also with some tips to improve our router security. So first one, we are having computer issues. So if you are having computer issues like browser hijacking, so we are having some hackings like browser hijacking, ransomware messages, unfamiliar software download. So like without our activity only the downloads will be done, and fake antivirus notifications. Like there is notifications like virus has been occurred like that, and increase in pop-up advertisements. So increase in pop-up advertisements. So these are some computer issues in router connected, and Wi-Fi issues. So when it comes to Wi-Fi issues, so router login failures might occur, and slow internet speed, browser redirects, like every time the browser will be redirected, and suspicious network activity. So some suspicious activity might happen, and alerts from your internet provider. So these are some Wi-Fi issues. And first one, router login failure. So having trouble logging into your router's admin settings is an immediate sign of having your router hacked. So if you are having any issues when we are logging into the router's admin settings, so then we can say that the router has been hacked. So since passwords can't change themselves, a hacker likely used some kind of password attack to break into the router settings. And next one, cyber criminals use this access to create security flaws to further exploit your data. So they use access to create security flaws to further exploit your data. And next one, so what are the prevention tips we have? So use complex passwords. Use complex passwords for router admin profiles to prevent your password from being hacked. So complex passwords is like using characteristics with some special characters, numbers, symbols, everything we have to use in a single password. So it is nothing but a complex password. And next one, slow internet speed. So if you are experiencing any slow internet speed is normal. So for sometimes it might be slow, or for sometimes it might be fast, but experiencing it every time, we can say that it has been hacked. So first one, experiencing slower internet speeds is normal, but there is a variety of factors that can affect an internet connection. So it might be a router replacement. So when when the router placement is not correct, then might be we can have slow internet speed. And next one, weather conditions are bad, then we can say that it might be the slow internet we can experience. And next one, outdated firmware. So if you are using any outdated things, then we can say that the internet things might be slow. And next one, however, we are experiencing slow speeds could also indicate that we have had your Wi-Fi hacked. So we can say that this particular Wi-Fi has been hacked. And next one, what is the router prevention tip? So create a unique service set identifier. So we have to create a unique SSID, service set identifier. So, or it is the name of your Wi-Fi network to prevent your network from being identified. So we have to change the SSID number when it has been installed. So next one, browser redirects. So browser redirects occurs when your browser takes you to a completely different website than you intend to enter. So here hackers who can get a hold of your routines admin account can change domain and IP addresses settings to have all your traffic directed to where they would like. So they can change. They're having some by using some access they can change. So this is usually a website hosting or malware or other viruses that can further corrupt personal computers and other networks. So what is the prevention tip we have to take in this situation? So first one we have to take is regularly schedule your router password. So regularly schedule your router password changes and router reboots to patch security flaws that cyber criminals can exploit. Okay, regularly schedule your router passwords changes and router reboots to patch security flaws. And next one, suspicious network activity. So suspicious network activity means some unauthorized access to your network, and they can do some useful information, or they can trigger the alerts without any access. So this suspicious network activity, how can we prevent this? Turn off Wi-Fi protected setups. So every time we have to, if it is not in use, we have to turn off our WPS. So which allows devices to connect to your Wi-Fi networks without the use of a password to avoid unauthorized access to your network. So here what is the tip we have? Turn off Wi-Fi protected setups, which allows devices to connect your Wi-Fi without the use of passwords. So without the use of password, we shouldn't we have to give some password to the these setups, Wi-Fi setups, so they can there we can avoid some unauthorized access to that particular network. And next one, unfamiliar software downloads. So your device shouldn't have any software that you don't recognize or remember downloading. So if it does, consider it a potential risk to your cyber security and delete it. Hackers often use drive-by downloads to install malicious software onto the computers without the user's knowledge or consent. So here the hackers, what they will do, they often use drive-by download to install this particular malicious software onto the computers without the knowledge of the user's knowledge. And what is the prevention tip? So first one, we have to download an antivirus software to flag and prevent malware from being downloaded onto your device. And these antivirus software should be from the reputed sources only. Those should be downloaded from reputed sources only. And next one, session hijacking. So session hijacking, it grants a hacker complete control over a device. So it is like so it is nothing but the hacker will take the complete control over the device which is connected to the network. So they can move freely through systems, applications and files as if they are sitting right in front of the computer. So by taking the control, they can move very freely. They can go inside the systems or files or any applications they can use. So how we can prevent this? How we can prevent this means, first one, regularly unplug and disconnect your router to get it a hard reset. So bump all users of it to pursue your router. So first one, every time if it is not in use, unplug your router and disconnect it to it. And next one, fake antivirus notifications. Fake antivirus notifications. So it is also one of the it is also one of the thing that will affect our sensitive data. So fake antivirus notifications, also known as scarewares. So scarewares. So what it will do, alert you of a virus installed on your device and pressure you to download an antivirus solution to destroy it. So it is like a malware. It is like a scareware means, so it will make you scared that some virus has been installed in your system and some antivirus solution has to be downloaded to destroy it. So like that they will pressure you. So though sometimes convincing, these are false advertisements. So hackers lace these downloads with malware. So these antivirus antivirus applications has this malicious software capable of compromising your router and internet connections. So everyone can join in that particular Wi-Fi's. So what is the router's prevention tip we have? Only use antivirus software from well-known and trusted companies. So in the last one, we have told that we have to use only from the reputed and trusted companies. So from that companies only we have to download that particular antivirus softwares. So this is one of the tip for this fake antivirus notifications. And next one, ransomware messages. So some may find they have a hacked router by receiving some ransomware messages in their emails. So ransomware means it is one of the type of attack capable of encrypting digital files. So they can encrypt the digital files, systems and other assets until you pay a demanded ransom. So they'll ask for the money in this attack. So if you don't, they will threaten you to destroy, sell or exploit your stolen items. So what is the tip we have? Just never respond to pay any ransom demands. Just never respond to pay any ransom demands. So this is one of the ransomware messages attack. And increase in pop-up advertisements. So in this we can treat unsolicited pop-up ads similar to how you will treat scareware if you notice an increase in these unsolicited messages. So it is a sign that having your router or internet has been hacked. So what is the tip we have? Never click or download anything from suspicious pop-ups. So once we have clicked that, the thing might be installed in our systems and this pop-up advertisements will be increased in our systems. And next one, last one, alerts from your internet provider. So finally, your internet provider might even alert you of increased or unusual activity of your network. And you should take these alerts seriously if you can verify they have from the internet provider. And to do this, call your internet provider directly and verify that they contacted you with this alert. And so next one. So what is the prevention tip? Change your admin credentials. Login credentials and reboot your login. So if these things happens, alert from the internet provider, if this thing happens, so just change the login details and reboot your router again. And next one, common causes of a compromised router. So what are the common causes? So So first one, network vulnerability. Network vulnerability. So network vulnerability are a hacker's best friend, like it is a hacker's best friend when it comes to breaking to the home routers. So in a survey of 127 homes found that each household's router had at least 100 vulnerabilities. So compromising the cyber safety of all connected devices which is connected to the internet connection. And next one, these security gaps allow cyber criminals to install different types of malwares that help hackers get a hold of your personal information. And next one, remote management. So remote management, it allows people to connect to your router from remote locations. So here, though the convenience of people traveling or working remotely, having this level of open access could potentially put your network at risk of session hijacking or browser hijacking. So next one, hackers who get a hold of and use this connection could take complete control over your computer. So they will then transfer your data to themselves for further use or sell it on the dark web. Like they can do anything. So how can we fix a hacked router? So we are having some 5 steps further. First one, disconnect the router from the internet. So first thing, if the router has been hacked, we came to know that our router has been hacked. So first thing what we have to do is disconnect the router from the internet and reset the router. So reset the router, and next one, change your account details. So account credentials or account passwords, everything there has to be changed. So updating the router's firmware. So router's firmware updation has to be done. And if necessary, we have to contact the authorities also. So these are the 5 steps we have to do. And how to avoid getting your hacked. So what are the things we have? First one, set up automatic firmware updates. So first one, set up the automatic firmware updates. And next one, disable remote access. So what is the remote access that are connected? Those has to be disabled. And schedule routine reboots. Use complex passwords. Create a unique SSID. And take advantage of guest networks. Turn off WPS. Install a VPN. And avoid suspicious links and attachments, and download an antivirus software. So these are the things we have to avoided getting your router hacked. So first one, set up automatic firmware updates. So how can we set up automatic firmware updates? So first one, many routers come with ability to automatically install firmware updates when they become available. So this can help ease the fear of So this can help ease the fear of having your internet and router hacked by a cyber criminal with too much time on your hands. And next one, disable remote access. So as mentioned, remote management allows you to access your router from anywhere with a working computer. So we can the remote management, it allows you to access your router from anywhere with a working computer. And next one, though convenient for you, hackers can easily misuse this feature, break into the private network and information. So by using this, they can easily come into the private network and the information. And so for this, we suggest disable remote access altogether. And next one, schedule routine reboots. So reboots will make reboots will make it is easy and it is hard for the cyber criminals to enter into our data. So similar to setting up automatic updates, Scheduling a routine reboot every month or so is great for your router system. So router system for scheduling the routine reboots is very good. So it helps renew its connections and wipe away any potential malicious coding present. So it mainly helps if there is any malicious code without the presence of the knowledge. We have if there is anything in the network or in the system. So by reboots, everything will be deleted. It also renews the public IP address associated with your router. So it often used by hackers to track your device's network and internet activities. And use complex passwords. So we have to use complex passwords. So like your router's admin credentials are what keep hackers from being able to do what they want on your network. So first one and the next, keep your account safe by creating a strong and complex password. Important one. And next one, you should stay away from the common phrases like guessable numbers, combinations like this. We are having some names and numbers, very simple. So those has to be avoided. And use a mix of numbers. We have to use mix of numbers, letters and symbols. So all these has to be done. We have to keep in one. One password means it is a complex password. Almost never share your password with anyone. So in text or in any phone calls or in any mails, we shouldn't exchange we shouldn't exchange our important credentials. And next one, create an SSID. So SSID is what you see when you connect a device to your internet. So these come to as a default for most routers. So most routers, when they have been installed, when they have been setup has been completed, one SSID they can get. So but you should change them once your setup has been completed at the home. So hackers can use as default SSID to identify service providers. So they can look onto the dark web for stolen credentials and use credential stuffing, password spraying, anything, attacks to compromise your router and the network. Take advantage of guest networks. So we have to take some advantage of guest networks also. Guest networks means those who have frequent visitors or have lot of IoT devices, Internet of Things devices hanging around the house. Those also has to be avoided. And turn off WPS, Wi-Fi protected setups. So it mainly allows you to connect the devices to your internet without requiring a password. So without requiring a password, entering into the network means it's directly entering into the data. So instead, you would have used a 8-digit PIN located on your router. So this is not seen as secure, as most hackers can decode this supported security PIN within hours. So for this turn WPS off and use secure SSID and password to access your internet. Okay, and next one, install a VPN. So a router is identifiable because of the public IP address associated with it. So there are unique to each unit. So hackers know it's you, and once they have discovered your identity. So to help mask this and become anonymous, you can download VPN. So to avoid this, we can download this VPN. So these use encryption to hide your IP address as well as online activity connected to it. And next one, avoid suspicious links and attachments. We have to avoid suspicious links and attachments. So it may be phishing attacks from emails or any devices or from any accounts. So there may be threats or like that. So all these has to be avoided. Any links or attachments from suspicious things we have to be avoided. So if we come across in an email which you don't recognize asking for money, login credentials or any strange request, so first one we have to delete it immediately. This is the first thing we have to do. And next one, download antivirus software. So downloading antivirus software from the reputed source itself only help us to secure our router. So downloading antivirus software means which it leads to our last router hacking protection tip, which is to download trusted viruses softwares. So instead of analyzing each email for potentially harmful links or files, so we cannot we cannot see each file or each mail to check is there any harmful files or links that are being connected. So for that we have to download an antivirus software which taking care of you. So we cannot every time we cannot check our mails or emails which they are having some malicious things or any false addresses. So for that we have to download this antivirus software. So along with sending you alerts when threat arise, it also works to clean your system of the intruder. So it works to mainly clean the system or anything that is downloaded from the internet that has been erased. So if you have learned only one thing after reading this, you should have to know the fear of the day. Potentially we have to compromise router. So compromising routers has to be decreased by using these things like so by what is the things we have avoid. So first, setting up automatic firmware updates, disabling remote access, and scheduling routine reboots. Use complex passwords, create a unique SSID, take advantage of guest networks, turn off WPS, install a VPN, avoid suspicious links and attachments, and download antivirus software. So these are the things we have to these are the prevention tips for router getting hacked. So what are the things today we have discussed? So how to tell if someone hacked your router by using these 10 warning signs, and what are the common causes if we are having a compromised router, and what are the prevention tips we have. So these are the things we have discussed today. So what are the things we have discussed today? We have discussed about the how to tell if someone hacked our router, and what are the 10 warning signs we have, and what are the common causes of a compromised router, and router hacking prevention tips. So if you have followed these tips, means with maximum we can avoid the hacking to the routers. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.